This is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I really appreciate you joining me today, and we've got some news that's come from courts in Manchester on the 18th of October 2024. A former detective called Andrew Talbot, 54, from the Lee area, has been sentenced to 19 years in prison after anti-corruption units uncovered that he'd stole kilos of cocaine from the evidence room in Greater Manchester. The investigation into Talbot was launched in 2020, February, after he was caught on CCTV dropping a small bag of cocaine outside his daughter's primary school. This was the moment Talbot's criminal offending would start to unravel, and detectives worked to piece together that he was supplying drugs on the outside and stealing them from the evidence room.
Today, Andrew Talbot begins a long sentence behind bars for abusing his role as a police officer. He betrayed his oath to serve the public and instead became a criminal. GMP anti-corruption detectives have worked tirelessly to bring him to justice for the full extent of his crimes. This follows a complex and wide-ranging investigation. Talbot not only stole drugs that had been taken from the streets, he conspired with a known local drug dealer to add further crime and fear to communities. There is no place for Talbot or anyone else in police uniform who cannot be trusted to catch criminals and keep our streets safe.
Police officers arrested Talbot at his workplace in GMP's Nexus house and found him to be in possession of an ounce of cocaine while he was there. Police searched his car and his home and retrieved more cocaine, drug paraphernalia and evidence to indicate that he'd been abusing his privilege to access the force's property storage rooms. Anti-corruption detectives were determined to bring Talbot to justice for the crimes that he'd committed and established that Talbot stole at least 4 kilos of cocaine from police property and redistributed it on the streets of Manchester. As part of the investigation, they closed the property storage at Nexus House for 2 days to manually examine all drug exhibits believed to have been accessed by Talbot for no apparent reason, and they identified 12 exhibits that were due to be destroyed and had been damaged or tampered with. They also reviewed Talbot's use of the police system, analysing nearly 400,000 lines of data, and determined that he'd been conspiring with a drug dealer on the outside and conducting unlawful searches to further his criminal gains. His co-conspirator was Keith Breverton, 50 years old, from Lee. He was sentenced on the 18th of October to 8.5 years in prison after he pled guilty to possession of cannabis and cocaine with intent to supply, and also part of the conspiracy with Talbot. Talbot unlawfully searched police systems for local drug dealers and information to assist Breverton. This also was in relation to collecting debts, and not only did he pass on intelligence, but he also mentioned that he was in the police and threatened to launch criminal investigations if payment wasn't made. These actions installed fear in people, and a couple that had moved across the country but were tracked down due to the fact that Talbot could access police records. Following a trial at Liverpool Crown Court, Talbot was found guilty of supplying Class A drugs, misconduct in public office, failure to comply with notice under 49 regulation investigatory powers, and refusing to provide a PIN for his phone. Talbot previously pled guilty to 2 counts of possession of cocaine, possession of ammunition without a certificate, theft of cocaine, conspiracy, 2 counts of misconduct in public office, and a further conspiracy to commit misconduct in public office. Following his initial admissions in court, they sacked Talbot earlier in 2024 and they accelerated the misconduct hearing. Detective Inspector Jennifer Adams from the Anti-Corruption Unit said, "This is one of the most shocking cases we've ever uncovered, and Talbot would now serve a long sentence behind bars for abusing his role as a police officer. He betrayed his oath to serve the public and instead became a criminal, and not only stole drugs that were taken from the streets, but he also unlawfully used police systems and conspired to intimidate people to get money." So I thought this story was really interesting, and I look forward to hearing what the viewers have to say. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and follow on social media as well, at Instagram, TikTok, Twitter and also Telegram. Peace.